Well, Vesta's second largest asteroid is 450 kilometers in diameter, and it seems that it was once quite a nice spherical object. The very largest asteroid, Ceres, more than twice this size, more than twice this diameter, is pretty close to a sphere. It's also considered to be a dwarf planet. This might have been a dwarf planet, but some time ago, when? Billion years ago, 2 billion years ago? We're uncertain, we do not know. The southern part got hit. And this would have been a large crater at one stage, but given that the body is big enough to have a substantial amount of gravity, the rock has slowly pulled itself not quite back into a spheroidal shape, which is why planets have the spheroidal shape. It's their own gravity that pulls all the material in to have that shape. But this hasn't done it, and it might never get back to that shape. So in blasting Vesta like this, bits of Vesta had to go somewhere. Now it seems that quite a bit of that stuff is still close to Vesta, not too far away from it. But we think that a certain class of achondrite meteorites that have a particular composition, we think they've come from Vesta. Can't prove it yet. One of those is one called Milbilili, an Australian meteorite, landed a few decades ago. This redness that you see here isn't rust. It landed in an arid part of Australia, in a large cattle ranch, cattle station they call them there. And that's just part of the red dirt is still on the specimen. That's easy to brush off. It's been brushed off this piece. And here a piece is cut open of Milbilili. We've got over 1,000 individual meteorites that fit, whose compositions fit for having come off Vesta. That's an interpretation at this stage. Requires a little more evidence to nail it down. The lunar stuff and the Martian stuff is now pretty well proved now that we've been able to get to those planets and sample the rocks.